Hey, it's me, Vicki Marie, and good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. And in this video, I'm bringing to you the body cam footage of the arrest of the murderer of this beautiful woman who's up in the right-hand corner of your screen at the moment, Rachel Morin. Rachel Morin was 37 years old, mother of 5, and she was brutally last year, August 2023. We've covered this case right from the beginning, and we felt that because Rachel was sadly found murdered. She'd gone for a walk, the Morin Trail in Maryland in America. Literally something she'd done all her life since she was a little girl with her parents. And she'd gone for a walk on this trail, been brutally attacked, dragged off the trail, taken to a tunnel where the murderer did whatever he did, and then escaped. And she was found, and obviously a search then started for her killer. Now, very quickly, it was announced that DNA had been found at another site, but right over the other side of America in Los Angeles, that matched with the murderer of Rachel Morin. So I think at the time, although that particular attack did not end in murder, it was felt that it could quite easily have ended the same way, except it was a home invasion and the perpetrator had left behind his cat. He was disturbed, luckily, in what he was doing, but he escaped and left behind his cap, and DNA was found that matched up with Rachel's murder. So I think at that time, if you remember, we were covering it. Those of you who've been following my channel for a while, you'll remember very well. There was a general feeling that, it'd be soon, it'd be caught quickly, they've got the DNA, etc., even though it is over the other side of the country. But anyway, it wasn't to be that way. And in fact, it's really quite recently, about a month ago, that finally this person was traced by DNA genealogy testing and was apprehended. And we're going to watch the video of his arrest. Then it turned out he's actually from El Salvador. He'd actually murdered someone in El Salvador. So it's unclear. America does need to sort out their border controls, really, because this guy, he was being looked for from the El Salvador police. He had a red notice out on him. He'd murdered a woman there, very similar circumstances. And so he should never have been allowed, of course, to cross the border. He should have been caught at the border. So some questions definitely do need asking there. Where's the controls? Well, apparently he did try 3 times to cross the border, and it was the 3rd time that he was successful. So it looks like he started off in Los Angeles area, did whatever he did there, maybe went to Maryland to get away from that, from what he'd done there in Los Angeles. And then, unfortunately, Rachel seemed to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's unclear whether he actually stalked Rachel, targeted Rachel herself, or whether, unfortunately, she was just the person that happened to be passing at the wrong time when he was scouting for a victim in the Morin Trail. Anyway, these are things that will come out in his trial when the trial finally happens. I think all I'm really going to talk about today is his arrest. It is so satisfying to watch this arrest, because it was a long time coming, but it did come. And well, you'll see as we go through it. I'm going to play the arrest, most of it, the entire, in its entirety, and make and comment on it as it goes along. And I just think for those police officers as well, how satisfying it must have been. You know, I suppose those are the times where you know why you're doing that job, when you catch a twonk like this, somebody, and the way he tries to lie his way through it, pretend he doesn't speak English, you know, and I think they can see straight through him right from the beginning. And it's very, very interesting to see their reactions. And that must have been a good day for them. And that, as I say, that'll be these sort of days. These are what police officers, then they know why they are doing that job, don't they? So, okay, let's watch it now. The bloody, I mean, because there was a lot of, it was felt that he may have been a migrant or an immigrant because, because he'd been captured on door cam as well at the other place where he'd actually, you know, nearly committed a similar crime, but luckily been disturbed on a young girl, you know, a child, really. There was door cam footage of him. And, you know, so unfortunately, it didn't catch his face. He had his back to it. But you could see his profile very clearly. And, you know, it really felt that somebody who knew him would recognize him from that door cam footage. So I have to say now, you know, I can see why maybe people didn't come forward, because whether it's because it's the door cam and the way it sort of magnifies people, or he actually, in the end, I thought, looked absolutely nothing like you would have thought he was going to look like. He looked quite big in this door cam footage, but actually he's a little scrawny little thing, really. And also the photo fit that was released, I don't think that really exactly captured him somehow. But anyway, he's a young man. His name is, I'm going to say his name once. His name is Victor Martinez Hernandez. He's 23 years old. And he's already murdered 2 women, at least. So I'm sure, you know, maybe other things will come up by the time his trial comes. So the thing is, this is definitely a fledgling serial killer in the making. You know, he's traveling around the country because he was actually arrested then in Oklahoma. So it was thought that he might have left the country because they knew he was Hispanic because of, the DNA. So it was thought that he may have crossed the border, gone out of America back to maybe his home country, which now it turns out is El Salvador. But no, he was working in Oklahoma, working in, just normal, like full sight of everybody, not hiding at all. When they arrest him, he's in a bar having a beer with his workmates. Absolutely, having a beer, just living his best life, doing what he wants to do. And all the time he's left devastation in his wake. 5 children without a mother, family devastated, friends devastated. And that's just with Rachel. We don't know much about the poor woman in El Salvador, where he comes from. So, yeah, he's an absolute twonk, and it was a good day for everyone the day he was arrested. And that's what we're going to watch right from the beginning. When the police walk into this bar, there he is, sat at the bar, having a drink like he hasn't got a care in the world. So this is, to let you know, this is the whole video. I probably will fast forward through some bits of it, but I'm planning on playing most of it. So here's the police arriving at the bar. Now it must be, of course they don't know if he's got a weapon or not, so it's always a chance that they take when they walk into these situations. But the good thing is he was completely unaware. I bet he absolutely SHIT'd himself when he turned around and saw that policeman there. I love that bit. He sat at the bar chatting with these two guys who must be wondering what the hell's going on. And then the policeman, that massive policeman, taps him on the shoulder, and it's like, oh shit, his heart must be sinking inside. I just love that moment. I absolutely love it. And look at the size of him. I know the policeman's big. I mean, he's quite broad, to be fair. He's got broad shoulders. He's probably been doing construction work, so he's probably quite strong. But I have to say, I don't know. I think I sort of built him up in my mind as being a big, strong guy, and this little sort of twonk. But of course, Rachel was only tiny, bless her. So he probably wouldn't have found it difficult to subdue Rachel because she was quite tiny. The other thing that I absolutely love about this video is this policewoman. So he's turned around there to, I don't know, get his phone or whatever, or shout something to the guy, and she's just gone forward. Her face through this video, honest to God, I think it's poetic justice as well that one of the people that's arresting him is a woman, because this man is an absolute danger to women. He's murdered 2 women, as far as we know, at least as far as we know. How many other women would he have murdered if he was allowed to continue? I'm just wondering what's going through his mind at that moment. What is going through his mind, I wonder. I'm going to put on the, if I can.
See or no? No, ¿Te hago foro? ¿Ah? ¿No? Right. Any ID?
Look at the way she's looking at him. You watch the way this woman stares at him. I think he spends a little bit of time pretending he doesn't speak English, but he clearly does, because later on he understands exactly what they say to him.
¿Cómo se llama? Juan Carlos. ¿Ah? Juan Carlos. Ya, claro. ¿Su nombre? Juan Carlos. ¿Fecha de nacimiento?
I think he gives them a false name as well to begin with. Can't seem to get the subtitles on. So she's getting him to smile because he's got a problem with one of his teeth. I wonder what the other people are thinking. Imagine, so you know, he'd been there for a little while, I think. So they've probably been sat in there, drinking with him, chatting with him, and now when they find out afterwards who this guy is, I bet they go cold, especially the women.
What's your real name?
Yeah, what's your real name? He says to him. And then she's saying to him, nombre, nombre. They said to him earlier, como se llama? What you called? But I think he's just trying to. He's probably he seems calm, but I bet it's all racing through his head.
No. Nombre.
Antonio?
Antonio.
What?
Sí.
Yeah, so he's saying his name is Antonio, but his name is Victor Martinez Hernandez. She knows, she's not stupid. She knows he's lying.
That's it.
The way she's looking at him. Honest to God, that's just so classic that. She knows it's him. She knows what he's done. And that look speaks volumes.
I didn't see his phone, so I asked the people sitting next to him. They said that I guess they took it. I don't know. They just said it.
Brian.
I told him, I said, he's probably going to be in that house right there.
Game's up, Victor. Victor, the biker. Oh my God.
We're good. We're good. Yeah.
Yeah, she's talking about the teeth. She's got like a front tooth or a sticking out tooth.
Yeah, let's go back in here.
One Hispanic male from main station with 3522 East Virgin Place.
place. He has one white female. Starting mileage is 50.
What happened?
At first I was thinking, oh my God, what if he runs off? But of course, the guy who's got the body cam on, he's hanging on.
I'm just kidding. You're good. You're all good.
Weren't there two guys?
Yeah, that's the other guy.
Was there two guys inside?
They all do.
¿Su nombre?
Juan Carlos.
Okay. Número de teléfono? ¿Teléfono? ¿No teléfono?
I'm sure he just said his name was Juan Carlos then. Well, or maybe someone else was talking about. She said not Juan.
Dame el teléfono que te di.
Yeah, here in a minute. Over on me. We got
Wonder who he is.
That's your phone? No, he gave it to me. Oh, he gave it to you? Okay.
You did?
yeah.
He gave me that on the bar.
Oh, he changed his phone.
Huh? There's not a passcode?
¿Ese es tu teléfono?
How do you open it?
Si es tu teléfono, tienes que dárselo porque ellos necesitan abrir tu teléfono.
See, it's asking for 4 numbers.
¿Cómo? No es el mío. No soy, no es tu teléfono. No, tienes que dárselo porque ellos están en una investigación. O sea, tenemos que cooperar con ellos porque si no, tenemos un problema.
Not giving you the number.
So they're asking for the her passcode. He's pretending he doesn't understand what he's saying, which obviously he's speaking in Spanish. So that Spanish guy said to him, "Well, look, you know, hey, that Spanish guy said to him, or the Mexican guy or wherever he's from, Spanish-speaking guy." Said to him, look, you've got to give him the number because if not, there's going to be a problem. He's trying not to give his passcode. Look at her looking at him again. Just going to put that back a little bit, if I can. Actually, I don't know if I can.
Let me call the phone here because he said, the problem, that's not the problem.
He's trying to put his phone away.
Huh? There's not a passcode?
¿Ese es tu teléfono?
How do you open it?
Si es tu teléfono, tienes que dárselo porque ellos necesitan abrir tu teléfono.
See, it's asking for 4 numbers.
¿Cómo? No es el mío. No soy, no es tu teléfono. No, tienes que dárselo porque ellos están en una investigación. O sea, tenemos que cooperar con ellos porque si no, tenemos un problema.
Not giving you the number.
Let me call the phone here because he said, the problem, that's not the problem.
Dispatch.
Eso, tienes que darle lo que puede.
Saying to him, you've got to open it, you've got to open it. He's like just pretending he's stupid or something. He doesn't want to tell him that's his phone. God knows what pictures he's got on there.
That objection that you have, that's the thing on robbery.
Dame el password. Dame el password. Dame el password. ¿Tiene? Ajá. ¿Y ya está? Ok. Ok. Está ahí.
again, this guy, although obviously he realizes he's been arrested, but he doesn't know what for yet.
Emma?
Sí, pero la otra.
¿Sí?
No, es Z. Sí, pero no, la otra.
That's right. I'll get that out there. We get it figured out.
Well, he wants to talk to you again.
49
Oh my God, she has got the best dirty look, hasn't she? God.
Qué pena, mamá.
Imagine what's going through his mind now is, do they know about
You want me to see if we have a Spanish speaker that can come here?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
we got
could
one.
have done it. I could have done it. She wanted to find You can speak English. Definitely, but you just pretending that you can't.
Everett, come here, buddy.
Look at that poor guy. It's all over, Victor. It's all over. Because he still doesn't really know why he's been arrested by the magic. All right, we're going to take He likes his caps.
Yes, John. Did you?
Sí. Ajá. Sí.
Where you from? Where do you live? What state? From El Salvador?
12900.
Is that where you're from?
John X-ray Henry.
Oh, yeah. No, El Salvador. Is that where you live? Yeah.
He thinks about it. Yeah, from El Salvador. It's all over, Victor. All over. My God, what a look. Really? Oh, don't know how Rachel's family must feel watching this. I know it doesn't really matter.
Victor Antonio Martinez Hernandez, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was you riding a bicycle earlier? Was you riding a bike?
Bike? Busy.
You're busy.
Busy.
Yeah. Wait till the Spanish speaker gets here.
What happened?
I wonder what the bank
May have to.
There's more
Wait, see him later and stuff. They've got the most beautiful nails. You know, I suppose there's nothing to say that a police woman can't have nice nails. But look, surely they're going to get, aren't they going to get, hey, aren't they going to get in your way? You know, nails like that. That's all that occurred to me. Mind you, they'd be good for jabbing someone in the eye.
Who's in the scene?
Teacher me and you for the next interaction.
Still giving them
Just
time.
call
Hold on to your pants. You got the bras. You got them? There. You got a cage in your car?
I do.
You go sit him in the cage.
That's the last beer he's going to have out in the free world. But you can hardly fit in that car. I think the seat must be right back, probably. It's quite tall in there. I don't know, someone's in there. Let's push the seat right back even in and give me a little one and you could hardly fit in it.
I got a prank call session.
Now there's quite a long stretch now where they've just sort of, there's not much said, they're just messing about in the car like this. So I'm going to fast forward. Just a little bit till they're talking.
David 111 is committed to house. You can see for you everything is over at 1076. And we're at
Like might be saying something.
I showed him the photo. There's 5 people in your bar. That's not him. Like, even
we might let you know.
I was looking at him like, no, that's him. I'm sure that's him. I was like, smile.
Yeah.
He goes,
Let me see your teeth.
I'm like, yeah, that's him. I
Yeah,
saw
so
the
everybody's
teeth.
anzac started at 10.
I see your teeth, buddy. Man. That's you. If you had chompers that are that messed up, you're that's basically DNA at this point.
Yeah, he is.
Which is why we're here.
Confirms 18th Street
Yeah,
gang
yeah.
member.
He said apparently possible serial rapist or whatever.
But like, the cool
Stay a little
part
bit more
is,
north, tries to right call
we got that
traffic
from
off.
spitting the tube
Around that traffic off.
genealogy.
Yeah, the genealogy. Can we write him a teletype and have them send the hit for him?
You said what? I'm sorry.
It's not just ate a bug. I've already verified the warrant, but if they can run it again,
You want me to run him?
yeah, and get the hit and get a confirmation. We got to do it for our right there.
Hey, 104, Water 90.
Because they'll just have to send a hit to Maryland.
So
It's full extradition. I actually have a picture of the guy.
I bet that was a telephone call that Sheriff Jeff Gaylor was glad to receive because, you know, those of you who've been watching this, you'll know Sheriff Jeff. He's like the one that's been in charge of the operation. That will have been such a good phone call that he received to say, you know, that they'd got hit. And the other thing, like just watching this, look how quick they can do everything now because they're just sending things on WhatsApp, etc. I mean, years ago, well, not that many years ago, would it? They'd be all like really involved, it'd take ages, and they could do all this just in a few minutes.
It's going to be adult, white male, Hispanic. Last name is Hernandez. Common spelling. Other last name is Martinez. So it's Martinez Hernandez. Common spelling. First name is Victor. Common spelling. Middle name is Antonio. His date of birth is 09/19/2000.
He was born in 2000, October, so he's 23 years old. How many more murders would he have in him if he hadn't been caught?
Okay, is it a black male? It's more, it's not about the fish. Alright, I think there's a good possibility that that's Isaiah Orgel. He's always walking around that area. I'll put his mom's phone number on there. He's non-verbal.
More than just that.
Yeah, yeah, he'll get. That was just the first hit, and they tracked him. He's been in LA, Miami, Maryland, New York.
So did you hear that? What he said? She said, "Is that just the first hit?" And he said, "Yeah, he's been in LA, Miami, Maryland, New York." So we know about LA and we know about Maryland, but we don't know about Miami or New York. Is there more going to come out about this horrible man?
You've been running for him.
Like just training. He's traveling around. He's when you international one South Carolina, all the way from
10-4, go ahead.
Shut up.
Ten four, we've got him in custody.
If you get a hand confirmation.
10-4, I appreciate it. It's a hit confirmation.
It's been a while since I could get out here. I had a case 7 years ago. Ran across the guy, got back in, and moved into a house 56 Vince. And it's not right. So kind of followed him around, watched him go to the money remitters and all this stuff, and he's having another guy who lived in the house go to the money remitters that's doing about, they're doing $9,000.
Is that still Frank 406? I'm sorry.
And he was wanted. He was in MS-13. There's East Coast program and West Coast program. So there's the West Coast or East Coast, and he was the number 3 in the West Coast program, or in the East Coast.
How did we get this guy's number?
From Maryland. And in the report, we just made a head check.
Yeah, because when she asked, how did we get this guy's number? Let me tell you how they finally tracked this guy down. So Harford County, that's the Maryland police, said they were able to track him using DNA recovered from Rachel's body that they connected to the suspect through relatives he had been staying with. Bit of a trigger warning here. So she had DNA present in several parts of her body, apparently, police said in a charging document. A genetic profile generated Using the DNA samples indicated to authorities that samples were all from the same individual. They then conducted further DNA tests that came up with results of a possible relative of the unknown person. After an investigation into the family lineage, they were able to identify him as the suspect. They spoke with his relatives, who said that the suspect began staying with them last December and he left in May, as per the document. The relatives also provided authorities with his clothes and shoes, which the suspect reportedly left behind in the residence, and police said DNA recovered from those items allegedly matched the samples recovered from the crime scene. Now it's saying this is wrong. It says soon after Rachel's killing, the suspect was allegedly linked to a home invasion. But that wasn't after, that was before. That was in March 2023. And Rachel was murdered in August 2023. So apparently he was identified on March the 20th, that would be this year. And authorities claim he allegedly fled El Salvador and unlawfully entered the US in February after being accused of murdering a woman in his native country. So he has been charged, according to this is the People magazine. According to this, it says that he's been charged with 2 counts of murder. I presume one's Rachel, one's the other woman in El Salvador, 2 counts of RAPE and 2 counts of assault. But I don't think he's entered a plea yet. There's a lot to come out yet about this case.
They checked the car, confirmed the warrant, he was arrested. Yeah, this is weird. It's my assignment. Ending.
Are we going to be interrogating him at all?
No.
No? Okay, just basic information.
Yep. And I think
You get the feeling she'd love to interrogate him, don't you?
Brian got most of that. We'll write it up Monday when we get that. I'll do an FI on it. All you guys have to do is book it.
That's pretty simple. Okay. I'll go ahead and start the baby.
You want me to? Good.
Oh, there's the nails again.
Yes.
We've got 2 women arrested and good. Good.
Like do a portrait. Might open up that.
Yeah, I took one of them.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is it a good one?
Take another picture in.
Look at all that shadow.
You need more light?
Right there.
I didn't have a headlamp on. That's what you're
There
asking.
you go. You see my big ass shadows in the way.
By the head. You want me to send a picture out to them?
But he's so sinister, isn't he? Because he's just sort of looking at the thing. He knows the game's up. He's so creepy. I mean, it does send chills down your spine. Poor Rachel and poor that other lady that he murdered.
I sent it to Andy.
That's what I'm doing right now. All right, do me a favor. Let me see your teeth.
Show me at scan 30.
Thank you. You're good, buddy. Thanks.
Scan 30, show me 97.
I really feel these people, they're like possessed by the devil. I don't know where it is, but he's got the devil inside him to do what he did. You know, this is a serial killer, or a serial killer in the making, that was practicing his trade, really, wasn't it? Because he'd already killed the woman in El Salvador. You can't, you know, it wasn't like a crime of passion, or, you know, because with Rachel, he planned it. He planned it. Whether he planned to actually take Rachel or just any unfortunate woman who happened to walk by at the wrong time, we don't know. But he planned it. He was hanging around. He knew exactly where to take them. You know, it's he's just evil incarnate. You know, there is no excuse. There is no. To me, that is just he's just totally evil, and probably is possessed by the devil or whatever, but I don't think it'll never get better. You know, he's either has already done it before, you know, again, apart from these two women, or he would have done it over and over again, no doubt.
So you start thinking about shift change from bid forward, didn't it?
Yes, it is.
How many years ago?
Be my first bid for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So, well, anxious to
Third
see how
shift
it
somewhere.
goes.
Well,
I should be able to get midnights again.
You said El Salvador is where he's from?
yes.
I hope so.
Yeah, state building. I'm 97. No,
Well, thanks for coming out and hanging out tonight.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. It's a
Yeah.
nice experience.
International criminal.
There you go. How's your family doing?
Were you here when we done Wizard? We from El Salvador, that was number 3 in the East Coast. MS.
I don't think I was here yet.
He turned. The last that they told me, they had 6 indictments for murder. Out of all.
6 indictments for murder. Are they talking about Victor?
Long Island.
Well, I'll tell you this. I just listened to Tucker Carlson interview the new president of El Salvador.
Oh, I bet that was good.
It was good. It's actually, because like El Salvador right now has the is the safest country murder rate is the safest country in the Western Hemisphere.
Oh,
that's been in the last 2 years since this guy took over.
Does he have tattoos?
I did not see any of this. They said that.
So El Salvador, according to Tucker Carlson, is the safest country for murder. But they obviously all come over to America. But, you know, we mustn't forget, it happens the other way around as well. A lot of American murderers go over the border to escape into Mexico and South America. Works both ways, I'm afraid. But obviously the border controls aren't working very well.
They didn't have any identify yet.
I wonder when they found out about is that what she's doing now, doing the check?
So what's the specific unit? There's so many.
I'm SID assigned to FBI Indian Country. Correct.
You're what?
I float her on.
Oh, okay.
I'm with the FBI Safe Streets Task Force.
Okay.
So that's where Susan and I met. And she was working with me, and then McGirt happened, and we both went up to Indian Country. And then he stayed up there, and I went back down to Safe Streets.
I'm just wondering if that what she's
Most
doing
of my
now.
stuff is Safe Streets does like violent crime, drugs and gangs. Most of my stuff is crimes against children. So I do that, but anytime there's something like this, it's no different than like you find that partner you work well with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter at that point. It's just tell me where you need me. I'll just hang out. So.
What's your badge?
2919.
2919. 2000.
There you go.
They've had to skip the way that might be
Probably. Yeah. How long you been on?
We just got colors in December.
Okay. How you liking it so far?
I like it. It's
Are you assigned to
Very wild.
this is like your normal shift?
Yeah.
Okay. How's that?
it's busy.
Yeah.
All the time.
Right.
It's a
Which is
show.
supposed better than being bored. You got kiddos?
I do. Yeah, two boys, 5 and 7.
So when do you come on shift?
So squad meeting is at 8:45.
Okay. So you get to have dinner and say goodbye. Okay, that's not terrible.
Put them in the bed, and then they're asleep while I'm at work, and then I get to come home and be like, hey. I'm just kidding.
That's not terrible.
No. And I chose graveyard for that reason.
Yeah, no, it's smart.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, isn't it? So she's got 2 boys. She chose the graveyard shift or the nighttime shift because that means she gets to see them when they come home from school. She can say goodnight to them, and then she goes out to work while they're sleeping. Oh.
What about you? You got kiddos?
I do. I have. Got nothing. I got.
We'll be hollering around here in a minute. I just found this one. I think back here.
It's good laps though. Working off this can. I have a 18-month-old and she just turned 5.
Okay.
5 months. 5-year-old and 18-month-old. And they are a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Good time.
Mm-hmm.
But our normal, I'd love to tell you this.
As interesting as it is, I'm just going to
Normally
a little bit.
Daddy and his friends said they wasn't what you said.
They're just chit-chatting there.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the fact that you chose to do that, right? It's like,
all right. They are booking plane tickets as we speak.
I'm going to take my production.
Yes. So they're actually going to fly from there on out here tomorrow.
Nice.
Probably go Sunday.
So they got flying to Maryland.
Is she stuck on that auto pad? Okay. Whenever you get to a spot to put tiger.
We saw that, didn't we? I think we showed that video of them arriving. in Maryland, they made a big thing of it. It was like the silence of the lambs, wasn't it, in arriving and marching them out. They've waited a long time for this moment. You know, Sheriff Jeff and all these deputies and that.
Yeah, as soon as she gets to a stopping point, we'll follow you down.
A long time
Book me out.
Show me how to do the property.
Okay. We'll work it out.
Yeah. Because we generally, I'll have one my guys all we take it straight to the U.S. market. We get to skip David and somebody else gets them. Yeah, we'll get down there. We'll get that money turned in. Property, put it in the bag.
Okay, sounds good.
Maybe Tulsa County has a Spanish people.
Yeah.
We'll see you down there.
All right. Well, he's not ours, so he didn't have designated.
He does. He's a William unit. You want to...
They should all be on the thing, right? I mean, I guess I won't say that they're following us.
No, just put us down there. They do their own thing.
Okay.
Who's filming the case? Oh, I don't think I'd like to go in there on my own again.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have to probably call him when you get there.
Is it?
We're 06, I should still be 97 with the other units on the
Her and him in that car.
And for
David 102 1015.
David 102.
I don't mail to county. Traveling mileage is 552. David 134 is with me.
2340.
Right, okay, so this is the journey. I don't think we need to watch all this. I suppose because of the language barrier.
David 40 to Arctic. Can you switch to here?
I bet she's glad she had her nails done.
Come on, get that $70
There we go. Oh, he didn't have his seatbelt on. Thing is now as well, because of DNA, they don't have to worry. You don't have to worry and think, is he guilty? You know, they know he is because of the DNA. So they don't have to beat around the bush with him. Really. So they have to do everything right, I suppose. Here she is again with the nails, putting the Surely they would get in the way, those nails. Wouldn't they get in the way he had to get his gun out? Bloody hell.
Other than the fucking. Oh, actually, we only take the green piece of paper this time. And I'm like, I was here yesterday and I gave you pink and it was fine. Oh, that was the night shift. This is your 2 to 5 shift. And normally we're.
Yeah.
It looks like a hot evening. They seem to have the fans on and that.
You've already got the A and B, right?
Yeah. I got what you need down here.
Oh, you're getting on. They're looking for a Spanish speaker. Good for I know how you make it.
It's so good to see him like that. So they made some edited some of this. Catch a bit, I'll fast forward it because it will be hard to choose. So while she's just filling out the forms, we're not allowed to see that.
Yeah. Excuse me. That goes in here, doesn't it?
They have to put all his possessions in an envelope. Well, that's the cash that he has on him.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe. Does that go inside this? Yep.
Might not be anything more to see of interest with.
Pick it up. It's still on there.
The only possessions, the cash he's got is Kathy's keys.
And I appreciate you. Thank you.
Appreciate it. His belt. I'm surprised he's left his shoes on, because I thought they normally put the shoes off the shoelaces. I just don't know how you could do anything with them nails. I couldn't have nails like that. Even doing the job I do, I might as well just do something.
You guys already gave
Bloody massive they are.
Somebody else has something else to use?
No wonder she's having problems with
What's your question? I used to work there. We can turn it in property.
Okay.
I was getting that.
You guys got the receipt book over
Did
there?
I tell you the
Yep.
Charge
me $3.
It's right here. Literally says 23%.
You need to.
23.50. Learn how to read. Don't trust him. He'll steal your fucking Sharpie.
You got something else? Oh, okay. We still.
What?
He'll steal your Sharpie.
I mean, she's still not sure.
wrong.
She
I was with her though when
she
she was trying to
manipulated
write
me
it.
into believing that I took her Sharpie.
You did.
It's only because it's their month that I gave her that Sharpie. My Sharpie. You're welcome.
Right.
Okay.
You smell that? Me too. It smells like a bunch of bullshit.
Oh,
Whose phone is
I think
this?
that bun too tight. And you wrap it too tight. Your pins is too tight.
No, they're actually pretty loose.
I'll take them about.
I don't have a headache.
You look like you got one.
I look like what?
You look like she got one.
Right.
Do that. She feels like a sloppy juice. Why does it feel like that?
You must know they're being filmed. Surely you've got to be careful about
you was like that.
What are you talking about?
Okay, you gotta keep it on. You need to.
No. Don't roll up in here trying to make me go back in there with your sister. Go come back in there. You got cut loose after me. You need to be quiet. Shh.
You still a rookie. What are you talking about?
That's fine. We're right behind each other.
No.
But you're more rookie than I am.
Wow.
They didn't give you that card. You acting real funny.
The Viper, what's going through his head, I wonder?
What else you
But he
taking?
still wouldn't know really what it's all about, not properly.
Very funny.
I mean, he knows, obviously, because he knows what he's done. He doesn't know what the police know. It's like, is it about Rachel? Is it about the woman in El Salvador? Is it about something completely different?
74129?
We won't know all the details yet.
You're welcome.
I wonder if he's thinking, could I run, or is he just giving up now?
Why you put all these stickers on you?
Gotta title it up. Gotta make it unique to me. Because when this is gone, I gotta know it's mine. Amongst everybody else that
You think somebody will want your laptop?
Oh yeah, people do it all the time in the academy. People do wrong laptop.
Oh, you put them on there and you got it?
No, I think they want to got it.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Mine stay close to me.
Nobody want that computer.
I can tell what cars mine on my laptop.
Because they go to his property, or search his property, they've got all his devices now. I wonder what's on those devices. But that'll all come out when it comes up to his trial with the disclosure. They'll have to the prosecution will have to say what evidence he's got against him. So that's when we'll get to know more and more as it comes up to the trial, which I'm not sure when that is or when. It'll be a while yet, I think. Not sure, to be honest.
Some shit talking in there. It's funny.
He's yawning there. He's either tired or bored, one or the other. Probably a bit of both. It's funny, so they haven't taken him sort of properly into custody. Are they going to fly him straight off to Maryland? Surely they've got to give him a drink or food. You know, don't get me wrong, I don't care if he's got food or drink, but isn't that you've got to look after the prisoners, haven't you? There's 5 minutes to go. I don't know if we'll see any more. See anything interesting or not. Nobody's gone to talk to him.
We had a guy that was up here, but he left. Let's see if I can our guy. Let's see if we can get a Spanish speaker back open.
Oh, they're asking for a Spanish speaker still. I wonder if he's thinking about Rachel.
I know. They just told me about it. No. They him? Maybe back here. Okay. Well, you guys can see no, nice guy.
Yeah,
you gotta go somewhere, so I can't find
and he won't be able to pretend he can't understand them then. I reckon he just speaks English. He must do. You know, he might not be fluent, but he must speak a bit of English.
Yeah, I don't know where he won't say it's over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no problem.
Barely doing the FSTs. I mean, for like half a second.
He's very tired or very bored. Bit of both.
He'd be getting mad.
And of course, his employer was fuming because he's worked for somebody there in Oklahoma, you know, for a little while, and he's saying it's like he literally has had a viper in his bosom with his, you know, his workplace. Victor the Viper. 23 years old. Two confirmed or allegedly already murdered 2 people. And the third one in Los Angeles was a lucky escape, apparently.
You missing out on Juneteenth festivities, bro. What
How
you
many
doing?
more people
I
is
signed
going to
up.
kill?
I signed up. I had
How
shifts
many
Thursday,
women?
Friday.
Hopefully you don't do it again.
No,
Yeah,
that's
I
not
didn't
enough.
feel
He
like-
outside.
Oh, I'm off tomorrow. Going back. I'm off tomorrow.
Because he was enjoying it.
And the following weekend is my birthday. I'm off then too.
I'm still running out of high school.
He knows what they're
Oh,
saying.
yeah, we'll
He's
take it out.
listening to him. I think 100% he speaks
Need my
English.
other one.
Bless your little heart.
Whoa. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You can't ask to go to the loo or ask to be more comfortable because then they know that he speaks English.
Who?
That's us. Right? Our guy's up. You guys.
Who do you have the phone number?
Here he goes again with the nails. And off we go. I wonder where we're going now. Maybe they've got a Spanish speaker now for him. Okay, so I thought you might like to see that. I expect Rachel's enjoyed watching that from wherever she is, bless her. I expect his family, Rachel's family, I should say, is something, isn't it? It's some comfort. I know it's not, won't bring Rachel back, very sadly, but at least that man, he's never going to see the light of day again. So he's in Maryland now. He was flown from Tulsa or Oklahoma or wherever he was to Maryland. And Sheriff Jeff said he hopes he will stay. They don't have the death penalty in Maryland, but he said he hopes he will stay in Maryland till the day he dies in prison. So let's hope so. Okay, that's it. So thank you for watching this with me. I'll see you really soon, as always, in the next video. And until then, oh, don't remember, I was going to say, don't forget to like, please. And if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's absolutely free. I'll see you really soon in the next video. And until then, may your God go with you. Bye.